Tom, when did you join Team BMW?
So I haven't joined for very long. Obviously I came last year in 2019 and yeah, loved every second since.
2017 for me, year one. I was with another team the previous season, and I'd got a sniff that BMW were coming back to BTCC, and I knew straight away that's exactly where I wanted to be. You know, I'd grown up in the early to mid 90s watching BMW in British touring cars and people like Steve Soper and Joe Winkelhock. So you know, that was the chance I thought you know, could deliver me more titles, and it's been a pretty good relationship since then.
I always had this vision when I came into the team that it would just be all work, no play, and everybody would be very, very serious. But everybody was very friendly to me and made me and my family very welcome. Dick Bennett has been around a long time in motorsport, and he's got such a strong history of winning in every series he's entered. And just the drive and determination to never let any stone go unturned or anything like that, it's quite remarkable. You
know, genuinely, there's no bad eggs in the team. Everybody's pushing in the same direction, and we all want to win every year. You know, we want to be serial winners, not just a one-off.
Tom, you've only been here for 2 years, but what is your favourite BMW Protect X livery? Is it this one or the year before?
This one blew me away. All of last year, I was on at Dick and BMW, and everybody said, oh, "We've got to go black car. We've got to go black car." You know, the DTM car in Germany, the BMW had gone black, and it just looked epic.
Gotta agree with Tom. This is the best looking touring car on the grid, and I think for quite some number of years. The first livery we had on the 1 Series with the Protect X branding, I thought was stunning. You know, it was the first time we'd had the car in the iconic BMW colours. You know, the red, white, and blue. But you know, I feel everything we've done since then has been an evolution, and every year we've sort of upped the game. But this has been the game changer. You know, the black car just looks mean, looks fast.
What's the scariest track that we visit? And pick out a corner for me, Tom.
I'm pretty sure you're going to get the same answer from both of us on this one. I don't know about you, but it's got to be Thruxton for me, and Church. The wind always seems to just come straight across and push you off, and you know, you don't have a lot of runoff really. There's some big trees quite close to the track, so I'd say that's probably the scariest corner on the track, but also one of the most rewarding if you get it right.
He's really selling it to me, Colin. have you got any others?
I'm not going back there next year.
No, we got to go there twice next year.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'll pick somewhere different. I think Brands Hatch Grand Prix is a very challenging circuit. You know, we don't get to drive that layout very often, and it's the second half of the lap which is the real challenge.
BMW Protect X 1 Series or 3 Series in the wet?
For me, the 3 Series. As much as the 1 Series was a fantastic car and had a very nimble and quick change of direction, in the quicker corners, and especially when it was wet, it was quite lively at the rear. So anybody that's had a bit of a moment going around a roundabout knows what that feels like. It's hard in the mouth moment. So the longer wheelbase of the 3 Series gives us a bit more stability.
You know, this car really ticks all the boxes. The 3 Series that, you know, was built last year and we've developed into this year. Honestly, you know, any conditions we throw at it, it just takes it in its stride, and I feel every single race meeting we're learning more and more about it. You know, it gives us both great confidence in the wet, and you know, I have really enjoyed racing it in the wet. Had some great races at Alton Park this year, carving through the field. So, you know, it's the best race car I've ever driven, no matter what conditions we run in. So yeah, it's going to have to be the 3 Series.
Lockdown. What got you through it? How was it for you? Hit me.
Go on, Cole.
What got me through lockdown? Eating, probably.
Don't look it.
There wasn't an awful lot else to do. Yeah, our day revolved heavily around meal times and how creative we could make them. And you know, I found myself looking at the clock, thinking, "Oh, it's only another 2 hours to my next meal."
It wasn't an easy time for anybody. You know, I was quite lucky. I was just stuck in my house, so sadly alone. My girlfriend was all the way in Australia. Couldn't have been further away. But did mean I get to play all the Xbox I want. So no, my days really revolved around sort of speaking to my mates, playing Xbox, that sort of thing. That sort of got me through it.
Let's go back. You're learning to drive and you've got to pick a competitor from the BTCC grid to be your instructor. Who do you choose, Colin? Come on.
I failed my test first time.
There's a worse bit of news. I failed my test twice. I passed on my third.
That's even worse. We've got a winner.
Yeah, no, it didn't go well for me on the road. It was quite annoying.
What's the fastest speed you've ever gone in a car or a bike or whatever?
Probably the fastest I've been is when I'm getting a lovely slipstream off the back of Tom's car.
It's
up to 150 miles an hour. That's me maxed out. So, to be honest, that's probably quick enough for me.
Still too fast, that is. Tom?
For me, it's got to be at Le Mans. I competed in the Porsche Support Series, and we topped the Porsche out at 188 mile an hour down the Monson Straight. And what was incredible is you topped it out in qualifying, but it was during a race where 65 cars set off and we were 4 abreast down the back straight, 12 deep, all just ebbing and flowing. And I had to have a little word with myself before I went out, telling myself, don't lift. Whatever you do, do not lift, just keep it pinned.
Listen, I'm going to stick here and do my job, but thank you, gentlemen.
Cheers, mate.